everybody, Will here from 1459 Studios. Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Gear. Today we have Jordan from Sleepy Eye.
Good seeing you again.
Likewise, brother.
Been a while.
What's going on with the
been
band?
a while. We are done with mastering now. We're trying to figure out art, which is always the funnest part.
I can help you.
Yeah, we got a title for it. It's going to be called Jimmy Buffett Presents Dante's Inferno. You know, we named it before he died.
Yeah.
So there's that. Okay.
So
yeah.
at least it's not that much of an asshole move.
I mean, it is now. There's context and time.
Yeah,
and we're there. We're there. So
okay.
yeah.
I'm sure he's
doing
having a hamburger. It's fine.
Yeah, cheeseburger and pear.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, it's a great EP. We had a lot of fun recording it.
It was.
And my good buddy Adam Tucker at Signature Tone.
Yes, he did do an amazing job mastering it.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Excellent engineer. So, contrary to popular belief, us engineers, we really are good buddies. It's a pretty small, tight-knit group of people.
Yeah, you kind of have to be.
Yeah, it's a good time. So, well, I guess what we're here to do is we're here to talk about gear. So why don't we go ahead and we'll start talking about amps, yeah?
Amps, we can talk about amps. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. So this killer amplifier. Let's
Yes.
talk about this fun Marshall.
Marshall, back in the old eBay days when you could go on there and then, there weren't pictures and you just go, I think this is what I'm getting. I bought that back then when that was it. So I've had this one for 15 years, same amp.
Nice.
JCM 900. It is the non-reverb one. I know we had talked about that.
Yep.
For
nerds out there.
Yeah.
Multiple versions.
All the nerds.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a 100 watt.
100 watt.
100 watt amp. You never really open 100 watts up, but you have it if you need it.
Yeah.
Which I think most people say. But yeah, I mean, when I bought it, off eBay, not really seeing it, got it, loved it. I took it in right when I got it to get retubed. And the guy I brought it into, he's like, you gave me the 3L or 34Ls or whatever those are.
EL34s.
EL34s.
Yeah.
And he's like, this isn't wired for that. Because I guess when this amp came out in 91, there was a shortage on those tubes.
Sure.
So they wired it to run the 6L6s.
I was going to say 6L6s or KT88, so 6L6s.
6L6s. And I go, well, what's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
If I put those in, he goes, your tubes will just never burn. They'll run really cold.
Yeah.
So that is what that one does.
Nice.
It's pretty much, it is what it is. It's very plain. I love it though.
I mean, it's a classic amp for a reason. I know it's like when you see the classics on these rig rundowns and things like that, Marshalls and Fenders. There's a reason a lot of people play Marshalls and Fenders.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's good gear.
And there's a reason other amps companies are like, it's going to sound like this.
Yeah.
So
they refer to the classics for a reason.
Exactly.
So, yeah, really cool amp.
Yeah, and then the cab is a supersonic with vintage 30s in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I always liked the Supersonics. I always thought they were kind of a sleeper, kind of a sleeper amp for Fender. A lot of people weren't thinking high gain until they went into the EVH realm.
Yeah.
But I mean, high gain Fender wise.
Yeah, exactly.
But I always thought the Supersonics were a really fun amplifier.
Yeah, I mean, I was originally getting an orange when I got it, and then I got the orange cab, and I put the head on and hung over the sides, and I was like, what else do you got? And they're like, we have this used. I'm like, it's big enough. Let's go with it. Same speakers.
Very cool.
But I love it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, before we move on to any of these cool guitars or anything, it's like, tell us about your friends here that hang out with you.
My friends here.
Just because we have to. It's totally not music related.
I mean, you got to have Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to have the Cat Buddha. I mean, why? Because you got to.
Because you got to.
Yeah.
It's very rock and roll of you.
Yeah, and then it's a black box. You got to add some flair. So yeah, you do the Twins obviously through and through, but I grew up being a huge Cal Ripken fan, so that's why the Orioles one is there.
All right.
And obviously, my pro-choice,
which is just fine.
Yeah,
we'll get hate in the comments. Who cares?
Oh yeah. The internet, people are mean on there.
The people are mean on the internet.
Okay.
Oh well, if you're mean on the internet, congratulations. You've really showed us.
You won the internet.
Yeah, congratulations. We're so proud of you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on now. We'll go ahead and talk about pedals here in a second. Pedals.
I'm not a huge pedal guy, but I like the ones I have.
Yeah.
I think, you're not going to see me with tons of it. It's just Tube Screamer. Everyone has it. Everyone knows what it does.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then let's just go. We want to run the chain. We'll do the chain.
Sure.
Tuner. Just a crap tuner. I stole it from my brother. It works. It tunes.
You're on video now. Now
Yeah,
he
he
knows.
knows.
Yeah.
And then what do we go back into? I don't know. The chain. I don't know the chain of it, but let's go to the roto chorus. So for years I was, wanting the Leslie wah. But I could not justify buying a cabinet and being like, oh, this 50 to 100 pound wood cabinet, I'm gonna lug this around just so I can go whittly woo.
Just so you can play that and have the terminal bar hear your whoosh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is this grounded? Wah, wah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this one's cool because it has speed controls. I usually run the low on it really, really, really low, just to kind of get like a guttural noise almost.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It has a drive on it. I don't push that just because it feedbacks crazily. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. I only use it in one song right now, Sad Sorry, which we recorded with you. It just kind of gives a washy tone to it. Chorus, just for a little boost on it. Nothing crazy with it. This one I was really excited to get. So James Bowman from Against Me makes these pedals. They're basically a clone, but I'm not going to spend $3,000 on a clone.
They're up to about 55 now.
Okay, so more reason. Go buy a Bowman Audio Endeavors pedal. They're amazing. They're fun. They're durable. So yeah, just not a lot to it. I just got minimal.
Nice. When you're, you probably bounce from song to song as far as tone goes, but as far as your main drive sound, are you using this as your main drive sound or your tube screamer?
The tube screamer I use, this is chorus, the chorus in a song. This is my boost. This, if I just need a little bit more of the treble,
sure,
I kick that on, but it's not really used a whole bunch. This one gets used entirely through songs. This one gets used to boost up just through a chorus.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Kind of give you a little bit more push when you have to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if you were like me, when I sit here and I get really excited about pedals, I'm like you in the sense my personal pedal board's kind of small, but I have a whole shelf of them.
Yeah. I do have more. I have more that, and I think it's pedals that I got really young. Like I have a Dan Electro Fab Tone.
Oh, sure.
That
everybody had one of those at one point.
I mean, they're tanks.
Yeah.
But I tried plugging it in. I'm like, I don't know how I could ever use this.
They're completely unusable, but you only get $20 for your when you sell it. So just keep it.
Just keep it, and they're pretty.
Yeah, exactly. Cool, awesome. Well, let's talk about some guitars then. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Guitars.
Guitar time.
So one of the reasons that I thought it was really cool when we were talking about doing this video is like, oh, Jordan's going to come in and he's going to bring his guitars. When he came to record, he had some unique guitars, and I'm like, I hope he brings some fun ones. And he didn't disappoint. He didn't bring all of them.
No, I only have so much room in the car.
Yeah.
All right.
Check that guy out.
So this is a 67 Teisco. The neck thing fell off. I think it was a TG, some numbers. But, a lot of people have played these. Blonde Redhead, I think, is the biggest one who has played these.
Jack White plays a lot of
Jack
Teiscos.
White plays a lot of Teiscos. I think Chris Novoselic had a Teisco bass.
Yep.
But then they have that, so that's easier too for that. But yeah, I mean, that
was not originally Steve Vai's idea.
This is before the monkey grip.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, it's very underrated. And the pickups on these, I love. I have 3 of them with this in there. I have a 12 string, which I didn't bring. I did bring that to the studio, but it just sat in a case.
Yeah.
But
I played it a couple times. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. But it's a 12 string, so it takes 9 minutes to tune it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, they're fun guitars, and they're usually relatively cheap.
The biggest thing about Teiscos that I've found is they're really cool. As long as you find one that's in good shape, that's the challenge.
Yes.
There's a lot of them out there.
There's a lot that were, got in the 60s for Christmas and sat in the closet for 50 years that just went to shit. But yeah, I mean, it's mahogany body, mahogany neck, rosewood fretboard. Yeah, I mean, they're just fun. They're fun. They have their own unique tone. This pickup is like a combination, I would say, of like a P90 and a Jazzmaster or like a Jaguar. They're interesting. They're very sharp, which you probably heard when you were recording.
They're bitey.
They're bitey.
They're bitey.
They hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're fun. I mean, it was 3 pickups. I took out the first 2 because I don't use them.
Sure.
And these were the original. You could, neck, middle, bridge. This is bypass completely.
Yep.
But yeah, it's fun. I love it.
Yeah.
And they're reasonably priced. You can find them.
Yeah, if you can find them. Do you have any idea the year on that?
It's 67.
It's a
67, 66. I
Yeah.
think they made these ones because they changed. The way I know that is because right here, if you can see, there was a plate,
Oh, yeah.
a white plate there.
You can actually see.
Yeah, because I had to put this bar on there to pull the the brake angle because when I was playing, they were just coming off the saddles.
Right.
But so these are the old bodies, and they got a different tailpiece for them. So that's why they had to put that there because that's where the old
Right.
tailpiece was before that. So yeah,
Cool.
yeah, it's like a transition year one.
All right. Well, cool. I'll take that, and I'll hand you the next one here.
All
This nice little Gibson.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one was a lot of different pickups, different bridges. It just did not want. And you know, like I think most people have guitars where you get it, you hate it,
Sure.
you come back around to it and then it fits finally, if you know what I mean by that. But yeah, I mean so this one is a 71 Gibson ES320.
Mm-hmm.
So it is fully hollow. So it doesn't feedback though, which is unique.
That's surprising with how much gain you typically play with.
Yeah.
You know,
It doesn't
I would think
feedback.
it would squawk at
No,
you.
it doesn't. I took out the original pickups, and this is a Seymour Duncan Antiquity dog ear.
Mm-hmm.
So the interesting thing the guy told me is conservatory. So these were student model guitars, and I guess in Kalamazoo, Michigan, there was a school that was a conservatory that they would send guitars to for
Interesting.
their school programs, and this was just one that was left over.
Cool.
Or one that was at the school. That's what the guy told me. I couldn't find anything about it. But yeah, it's fun. It's a different flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of cool mods on it.
Yeah, I put new tuners on it just because the ones that were on it were not good.
Yeah.
I mean, like most of that, the big volute.
40-year-old Klusons.
Yeah, exactly. And then I put Klusons back on. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just new ones.
Just new ones.
New ones
Yeah.
that work better.
Yeah.
We were kind of jib-jabbing about this one a little bit before we started
Yeah.
the video here.
So this is the newest one. My wife actually got this for me for Christmas.
All right.
And I had been looking at these, I think 2012 was the first year they came out. They ran through 14, I think, making these. This is a Gibson Music City Junior with a B bender in it. I haven't mastered the bending of the B. I might never.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's a maple neck, which Gibson doesn't do a lot.
Yep.
And it's an ash body.
Yeah.
Which I can't think of one they've done with ash.
Yeah, it's very much a Gibson Telecaster in every
Yeah,
way.
yeah. It's got, stock P90s. The guy who I got it from, these originally were push pulls, which I don't know why you would split P90s, but he changed them to just tone pots, so it's just go, and I'm usually just in the bridge anyways.
Yeah. It's kind of a unique guitar. I mean, I was going couldn't place what it was while we were looking at them. Like, is it an M3, is it an M4? But I never saw those with a maple neck, so it makes sense that it was kind of a limited run.
Well, I think from what I found out online is they made between 400 and 700 of these, so it's not a lot.
Yeah, pretty small.
But they also, from what I saw, is, how Gibson gets with stuff that doesn't sell. They push it out cheap, cheap, cheap. These never did, so these all sold.
Yeah.
Which is, it's fun. I'm still learning it, when you get a new guitar. But yeah, I think this one's going to be fun.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a neat guitar for sure.
Yeah, it's unique, and that's my guitars. I'm not just going to get a Strat.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to get a standard. It's got to be something weird, because why not?
Because that's kind of your vibe.
Yeah, that is. I'm a weird guy.
Yeah. Yeah, if I would be really surprised if you just walked in here and went, "Oh, here's my stock Les Paul, and here's my stock Strat."
Yeah.
So,
yeah. What do you think? Be like, that's not you, man.
Yeah. I'd be like, "Why did you bring that today?
Yeah.
Are you trying to pander to my audience?"
Yeah. Like, hey, check it out. I got my Kiesel.
Yeah. Got a headless guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the break angle. This might be a headless guitar in like a month.
Yeah. It's a Gibson, so it could be a headless
exactly.
guitar at any point, really.
Exactly. Whoop.
So, well, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for letting us see all these.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, Jordan, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you showing me all your very unique guitars and being your own version of a mouth from the South.
Yeah. Jimmy Hart. Let's go. All right. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Appreciate you being on. Make sure you check out Sleepy Eye. They've got a new album with a silly title coming out soon.